People say Chicago is only known for death, violence, and crooked politicians. They say we as a city have no true identity. Truth be told, identity is in lack. We've all just been looking through the wrong lens. I'm taking my message across the world, and I'm putting Chicago on my back in the process, so that little girls and boys can see that somebody that's walked the same streets as them, that has dealt with the same discrimination, and that has feared the same death has done it, and they can too. It's time to get over the life that we've been given, and it's time to create the life that we want to see. It's time to get over the hump.
What up, world? It's your man, Richard Taylor. Look, welcome to another episode of Getting Over the Hump. I am excited. Greatness is here. Greatness is upon you. Greatness is upon me, and we are taking over. Look, I am amped about today's message. Why? Because it's serious. It's something that we all claim that we do, but not many of us understand the process of it. What am I talking about? Sacrifice. And not just any kind of sacrifice. I'm talking about the ultimate sacrifice. Well, we can sacrifice small things. It's easier. We might not watch TV for a day. We might not do the social media game for a day, and that's cool. But I'm talking about the ultimate sacrifice. People talk about what they want to be in life. People say that they want to blow up, that they want to do great things, that they want to travel the world, that they want to create change, but nobody's willing to put in the ultimate sacrifice. And that's my message for you today. Look, I know that life sometimes it gets hard during this process, but what you got to understand is that when you put yourself in that position to sacrifice, to put yourself on the line, it's temporary. What you got to understand is that you're sacrificing who you are now for who you will become. What I need you to get in your brain today is that while the sacrifice might be hard, while things might hurt, yes, I understand, you might be broke. You might be going through your hard time right now. You might be jumping from house to house. But one thing I love about the sacrifice is that once you get to that point where you've put it all out on the line, baby, you got to remember that there is no way in the world that you will not get a reward. I look at the story of The Pursuit of Happiness, the story of Chris Gardner. This man lived homeless literally for almost a year, being a father, jumping from place to place, motels to bathrooms and train stations. No friends, no families, no nothing, having to go from home to home. And this man said, even though he went through all of this stuff, he understood that there was a reward at the end of the road. So what I need for you to do today, as you've been putting in that ultimate sacrifice for my entrepreneurs, for my people going into new jobs, for people chasing their dreams, chasing their passion, understand that while things might be rough right now, while you might not have the finances right now, while you might not have all the resources right now, what you have to understand is that this sacrifice is pulling you out of your comfort zone. This sacrifice is taking you and it's making you greater. This sacrifice is doing some great things in you that are going to lead you to greatness, that are going to build your character, that are going to change you and turn you into the leader that you are always meant to be. This sacrifice is not just for you too. You got to hear what I'm saying. You got to hear what I'm saying. This sacrifice is for the generations to come. This sacrifice is for the people who will see your story. This sacrifice is for the folks who will look at you when you're standing on big stages, telling how you were able to make it. Your sacrifice is the sacrifice for a nation. Your sacrifice is the sacrifice for a generation. So what I need for you to understand, what I need for you to understand is that this sacrifice is going to take you from where you are now and it's going to place you where you need to be. So don't give up. Don't give in. Every time you feel like you can't go any further, you got to push a little more. Think like my man Chris Gardner. He was about to give up. He was about to let go, but he kept going. I think back to the rumble in the jungle with my man Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. 14 rounds of vicious blows, vicious beatings. I'm talking about Ali and Foreman going back and forth. And Ali said right before his team, right before he was about to tell the team that he couldn't go any further, he couldn't go anymore, George Foreman's team threw in the towel. So you never, ever give up. Keep pushing until you can't push anymore. And when you can't push anymore, that's when you got to have that expectation. That's when you got to have that belief That's when you gotta go into another zone and think about everything that you have ever done that's gotten you to the place that you are now. And that'll be your push to get you through. If you need to cut this video off, go cut it off and think to yourself, look in the mirror. What is your ultimate sacrifice? What are you gonna sacrifice? Not the little stuff anymore. I'm talking about the big things, the things that's been hard to let go. What are you gonna sacrifice today that's gonna set you apart, that's gonna put you in the Hall of Fame, that's gonna place you with the greats? And when you figure that out, when you think about that sacrifice, go for it, no matter how hard it is, no matter what people tell you. I'm telling you now, that sacrifice is what's gonna take you and put you amongst the greats. That sacrifice is what's gonna change your life. Once again, it's your man, Richard Taylor. We're getting over the hump. What's your ultimate sacrifice? I'll see you next week.